Hey, how you doing? I'm Dr. Larry Burchett. This is my weekly live, and today I'm going to talk about men expressing emotion, joy that comes with that. Yeah. I recently saw a good buddy of mine. Hadn't seen him for a while. We're pretty close. And when I went up to him, after a little bit, I said, "Hey, I miss you, man." And he said to me, "I miss you too." And in that moment, this is the word, and I almost feel uncomfortable saying this word as a man, but this is what the feeling is that was joy. It was joy to experience that connection where we're friends and we like hanging out and we like each other. And I want to talk about that a little bit because I'm 40. I don't think I was capable to say that and to allow that and be okay with that emotion and that experience 5 or 10 years ago. I don't think I could have done that 5 years ago. Maybe 5 years ago I could have. It's been a process for me, and I want to talk about what that process looks like. But the point of the whole thing is that I think there are probably other people out there who may not feel comfortable with their emotions. There's plenty of mine I still don't with that I'm working through. But the point, and this is where it's all worth it, is that moment when we said that to each other was really cool. And I think there are so many other moments that can be had if you verbalize and put out your emotions when appropriate for relationships. I'm excited about this for people because it felt cool. It was a joy. This buddy, he's a good buddy of mine. We've traveled together, we lift weights, we've talked about women, and I've told him all kinds of things. He knows all kinds of stuff, and we are pretty close, but even in that relationship, as a man, there's a couple of fears, there's a couple of barriers, there are fears that I had as I was going up to him to express, "Hey, I miss you, man." I think one of them, and I'm just going to be honest about this, is just pure homophobia. It's like among straight men, if you express your feelings like "I miss you," "I love you," "Hey man, I care about you," the fear of being perceived as being gay. No, I don't think there's anything wrong with being gay or living a gay lifestyle or any of that. No problem with any of that. But I still think for straight guys, even when we're solid in our own sexuality, we're not confused about am I gay or am I bi or am I straight, like even when you're straight, there's still a fear of, part of it is, God, is he gonna think I'm gay because I said I miss him? Is he going to perceive me as weak or feminine or too girly or too wimpy because I'm expressing this emotion? It's such a great intersection of what I think it means to be a man. And this is the truth of the thing, is that it takes much more courage and strength when you feel these emotions to communicate them appropriately. It's actually wimpier to sit on those sidelines. That's why I say get in the game. Get in the game of your life. So this is the process. Number one, we feel things. So, I felt this emotion of, it's great to see this guy again. So I felt that thing. I was able to feel and experience that. I allowed it. Number two is, I consciously recognized that feeling. I was like, I am feeling this. 3, I could put a name to it, friendship, the joy of friendship. And then 4, this is of going through these feelings. And then 4, in the moment I had the balls to say it to him. I've been doing this a lot lately. The first time you do it, like the first time you say these "I love yous" or "I care about you," I say "I love you" I say "I love you" to more than one male friend. First time, it's really awkward, and it's kind of like. But when they say it back, it's kind of like when you say I love you to a woman, or you really put yourself out there, there's a risk of rejection for sure. And that with men, there's a risk of rejection, and there's a risk of being shamed for being emotional or gay or whatever it is. It's this stuff. So in the beginning, doing it feels a little uncomfortable, whatever. But as I've experienced, and this has gotten better in the last months, I've done this in other ways besides just with, but I wanted to focus on it for a man. I thought that was a great example. But doing this with coworkers, hey, to some of the nurses I work with, you did a really great job today. We saved some lives. Like, that was really awesome. I just wanted to say I really enjoyed working with you. This is like my dream, is to be a doctor and to do this. And I wanted to share that. And like, are you kidding? Like, people eat that stuff up. Especially, it has to be genuine. It has to be real. It has to come from, look at this. See where I'm pointing? Like, this is where it comes from. It comes from the heart. It comes from the inside. Comes from what is deepest, what you really believe at the deepest kind of core level, what's most important to you. Getting in touch with that and feeling that is invigorating. It's powerful. It just resonates, and for whatever it is you believe, and really and so this is the name that I've come up with. This, I like to think that I've invented this name. Thank you very much. I don't think I have, but let's just go with it. It's emotional integrity. I understand integrity to be acting in alignment with your beliefs. This is what I really believe, and I'm acting in accordance with that. Emotional integrity is the same thing. This is what I really feel. These are my deepest feelings. Acting in accordance with that, including verbally expressing that. And when you do this, so when you live in integrity with what you believe, with your deepest feelings, and your actions are aligned with that, and your words, that's happiness, man. It's incredible. It's just, you feel this joy, and then you can share it, and it can go back and forth, and it gets bigger. I feel like I'm putting myself out there right now, and it's a little uncomfortable, but it's true. It's true. It's so true. I miss you, man. I miss you. Love you, man. I really do. I want to put that out there. I really would encourage I would encourage men to start to go there, to start to feel, to start to let those feelings go, to accept them as good and meaningful. They're not bad. They might be painful at times. They might make us change the way we live and what we do and how we treat people, or direction. They might be very threatening to the status quo and what we're doing, but just this one little example, the microcosm, the small thing of telling my buddy I missed him, and the joy that came with that, it was really cool. And I want you to experience more of that too. So try that in your own life. Feel what you feel and put it out there. Express that and see what happens. I think most of the time it'll be well received. There may be some rejection. I think 25% of the time, people might look at you. They might not be comfortable with their own feelings. It might weird them out. They might think, "Oh my God, is he hitting on me?" Whatever. That's their issue. It's just. I think you know what I'm saying. Like, it's being present, it's feeling that it's that verbally communicating it. As a man, I think that's what being today's gentleman, the modern man, this gentleman in the 21st century is capable of. I think that's our best. Hope you enjoyed today's chat. I'm going to write a blog about it too. Check that out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Do the usual. See you next time.